Hey everybody! Today we're doing something a little bit different. When I was going through my giant box of childhood Playmobil, I did have some parts in there for a couple complete sets, which I did own at one point, but were dismantled or altered, taken apart, etc. Over the course of many years of playing. So what I did was I went through and I collected everything that I think goes with set number 3072, which is this barn. They do have a couple more modern barns, but this is the one that I had as a kid. I think it was my very first complete Playmobil set. So what I thought we could do today is, using these instructions from the internet, we could go through the pieces and see if we are able to fully assemble this barn, which would be really cool. I do have a pile of pieces over here, just because there's so many of them and I'm gonna kind of have to sort through them. I'm not able to put them directly in front of the camera like I usually do, so I'll just be pulling them from the side, a pile over here according to what the instructions call for. Alright. So I've gathered quite a number of little connection pieces here and a little screwdriver. Hopefully I will have enough connection pieces. And a challenging aspect that I'm already noticing is that, as you can see, I've got two identical square pieces here, but because I printed out the instructions in black and white, unfortunately we don't have that color distinction. So in some cases I think we're just gonna have to guess. But from what I remember, the barn floor is in fact gray, and there are a couple ramp pieces as well which are gray. So in this case I feel fairly confident that I'm choosing the correct part. Okay. So then we are going to put So now we are going to start taking these stone columns, and these ones use the red connectors. And it looks like, okay, so this is going to be the inside. This is going to be, or no, this is the inside. This is the outside. So we take a brown piece here, we just pop that in. And then we are going to, looks like, take these pieces. I'm gonna get one of each, and those require yellow connectors. So we are going to temporarily borrow some connectors from a couple of my other sets. I think I'm going to have to end up ordering just a lot of spare connectors because, you know, when you're a kid over the years, things like that don't necessarily stay where they're supposed to be. Take these little gates, pop them in there. We take a couple more gates. So this side is, oh, you know what? I did it wrong. Whoops. This side is all metal gates. Okay. have one more hiding somewhere. Not at this time. Okay, and the other side, oh no, that's okay. And the other side is going to be these little yellow gates. Alright, so now it looks like we are going to be building the front wall of the barn. So we're going to take, here we go, this piece, these little hooks are already still in there, and we've got one door, got the other door somewhere, I'm just not quite sure where. Got both doors. There we go, and has a little flip lock, so that's fun. Okay. It looks like these are going to click into the side of the door using red connectors. In addition to that, we're going to take these side window pieces, which already still have the windows installed. Some of these I did partially disassemble when I was getting the pieces, but others I just I left them where they were. It does tell you usually on the directions how many connectors you're going to need. I probably should have paid attention before starting. That is the front wall of our barn. All right, so now we're going to be using these plank pieces to attach the front wall to right there. With those red connectors already there, damn, the entire barn is really coming together. So now this is where the second floor comes into play. strength sometimes. Alright, there we go. Other side. Okay, we've got both sides, and then this is just going to come apart in my hands as I'm talking. And then this is going to, using these little columns up here, should just, yep. Alright, there we go. We've now got a barn with 2 levels. Alright, so from here we're going to add the little door on top of the barn. So we have this piece right here, which needs its connectors. The barn doors go, or the doors go here using some hooks. Let's see if we can locate those hooks. Yep, so we've got the hooks right here and those. All right, and boom, now we got a second little door. This part is meant for a pulley system. Unfortunately, the original string is lost, but I do still somehow have the hook. So we're gonna see if we can do this. Yep, all right. Well, we knew that was gonna happen. I'm not sure how that's meant to stay there. Well, you know, I'm sure there's a correct way to do it. We're gonna save this for last. In the meantime, there is also a little ledge there to stand on. Boom, there we go. All right, so now this is the last really building part before we get to fill the barn with animals and fun goodies. The roof pieces, I have already, the windows panes are already in, and I've gone ahead and left the connectors in there as well. So what we are going to do, we're just gonna pop those together. And did I do that? Oh, right there. All right, we've got 2 more little pieces just to cap off the roof here. All right, and we're gonna turn it around. And do the same thing here on the back. All right, there we go. You can see the inside of our barn, 2 floors with the doors. Super cool, great little barn. All right, now comes the really fun part. We are going to decide who is going to live in our little barn and what all supplies we need for the barn. So this is just going to be kind of an assortment of animals and props that I found when I was going through my box, but I figured they'd be great candidates to live in our barn. So first of all, we've got a cow and a little baby cow. Cows definitely make sense for a barn. So we're just gonna go ahead and put them right there. And with the cows, we're gonna want a pail and a jar for the milking of the cows. So we're just gonna put those right there. Now when it comes to milk, we've got a little saucer here because we might want a little kitty or even 2 little kitties or even 3 little kitties in the barn, because when you have a barn, some people keep kitties to keep away the mice. You know, all the barns I've been in definitely have mice. So maybe we're gonna have some mice who live around the barn. A mama pig and 1, 2, 3 little piglets. Now the pigs are gonna need something to eat, so I've got this trough here, and we're just gonna put some berries in there for the piggies. We're gonna have this basket of potatoes or nuts or something, but that's gonna help feed the pigs as well. For sheep, sheep's a great addition to the barn. With the sheep is gonna want some hay, I guess. I'm not really familiar with what sheep eat. We're gonna build a little place for our chickens. How many chickens we got? We've got 2 chickens here, one of which is the infamous backwards foot rooster. So we've got our chickens, and then when you get chickens, you get eggs. Now if we open the barn, we've got all this room for nice big animals. So how about horse? Let's go ahead and get a horse in there. Maybe a little extra hay for that horse. And then here's a little pony or a foal. Here's another one. And our third. This is a little bit of a newer pony. As you can see, it's a little more complex of a design. But that's cool. He can live in the barn with the other ones. Now, in addition to cats, another animal you often see running around the farm is little puppy dogs. So we'll go ahead and get our puppy dogs to live on the farm. We've got all this storage space up here, so we are going to move our kitties down to ground floor. Have some baskets, super handy. Gonna go ahead and get those in the storage. We've got a sack full of, we're gonna go with grain, and spare basket with maybe some extra food for the pig, maybe some fresh greens. We'll go ahead and store that up there too. Now you're gonna want a way to get up to that level. So we've got here a nice ladder for the farmer to climb up. When it comes to hauling around all those goods, we're going to, of course, need a wheelbarrow. I'm gonna store that in the barn for now. And maybe a nice little bench for sitting outside and enjoying the farm. And of course, we are gonna need someone to run the farm, and that is our farmer. Give the farmer a nice little fork for tossing hay to feed all those animals. Like I said in a previous video, this original farmer was male, had the same color hair but red, but the male cut, which is okay. It's female now, and women can run farms too. So we're just gonna put that farmer right there. That was the original farmer that came with the set, again minus the hair. And then how about, let's just say maybe the farmer has a vet on call for the animals. And maybe someone who comes to the farm to ride her horse. We got a nice equestrian right there. I'm gonna put her with the horses. Just for fun, maybe we've got a tricky little raccoon and her babies. Maybe trying to get at that extra feed up in the roof there. Alright, so that is our farm. we were able to pull together all the pieces to build it, which is pretty awesome, and we've got a fun variety of animals and people to keep the farm running smoothly. Thanks for watching me put this barn together. I hope it was fun to watch, and I will be continuing in later videos to build sets from the pieces where they're just kind of disassembled and left in the box, and hopefully we can get at least one more complete set built, because this was really fun and I'm really glad I still had everything able to do it. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!